See, now this is a question number 4 from the exercise 6.2. In this case, he said that there is a line that is your AB, and this is another line that's a PQ, and this is another line that is a ST. Both the lines are parallel to this one, and he said that here the angle PQR is equal to 110 degree, and this is another angle that is your TSR that is equal to 130 degree. Okay, then now he said that find this angle. That means he said that find the angle QRS. So we have to find angle QRS. Okay, this angle we have to find. Okay, first I will extend this line so that it becomes parallel to this one. Similarly, I want to extend this line so that it becomes again parallel to AB. Then now, you know, when the two lines are parallel, see what I am saying. See, these two lines are parallel, and suppose this is your transversal. So in that case, this alternate interior angles are equal. This is the first thing, and the second is sum of these two co-interior angles. This means this and this. That is equal to your 180 degree. These are called co-interior angles, and this is your alternate interior angles. Then, so in this case, these two lines are parallel. This is given. These two lines are parallel, and this angle is given, and this is another angle. You know, sum of these two angles, that is equal to your 180 degree. That means I want to say angle PQR plus of angle QRA that should be equal to 180 degree. But you know, PQR that is equal to 110 degree. So QRA is equal to 180 degree minus of 110 degree, and that gives the answer equal to 70 degree. So this angle will be known, that is equal to 70 degree. Then after this, I'm going to find this one. Once again, this line is parallel to this one, and if these two lines are parallel, and this is your not transversal, this and this is parallel, and this is your transversal. So if it is your 130 degree, and this is that we have to find sum of these two, you know, that is called your 180 degree, because both are co-interior angle. That means angle TSR plus of angle SRB, that should be equal to 180 degree, out of which this angle is given TSR, that is equal to your 130 degree, plus of SRB is equal to 180 degree. So angle SRB is equal to 180 degree minus of 130 degree, and that gives the answer equal to your 50 degree. So this angle is also known, this is your 50 degree. Then, so you know, this complete angle is equal to your 180 degree. I want to say this one. This is your 180 degree, out of which these two will be known. So sum of this 70 plus 50. Okay, so 70 plus 50 plus your this unknown angle, that is a QRS. Angle QRS, that is equal to your 180 degree, but it is equal to your 120 degree. So naturally angle QRS is equal to 180 degree minus of 120 degree, and that gives also equal to your 60 degree. That's it. Students, see, now this is a question number 5. In this question, he said that if AB is parallel to CD and angle APQ is equal to 50 degree, similarly angle PRD is equal to 127 degree, then find the value for X and Y. Done. So in this case, we have to find the value for this X and Y. As you know this, if these two lines are parallel, and suppose this is your transversal line, okay, which intersect these two lines, in that case, you know, their alternate interior angles are equal. That means this one and this one. Okay, so I'm going to use this concept is in this question. In this question, he said that these two lines are parallel, and now these two lines are parallel, and this is suppose if we extend it like this, then it becomes your transversal. So in this case, angle APQ is equal to angle of PQR. Okay, angle PQR, or otherwise you can say it's a D. Then, so both angles are equal because both are the alternate interior angles, because these lines are parallel, and this is your transversal. So that's why if APQ is equal to 50 degree, then naturally PQR, that is equal to your X. Okay, that is also equal to, this is your X. So X is equal to 50 degree. That's all. So this was your first part. Now, if you want to find out this second part, Y, once again I am going to use the same concept as I here. In this case, PRD, this is one of the angle, and the second angle I am going to use, that is your R, P and A, this one. Okay, once again, this is this is your transversal. It will be explained like this. Then it becomes your transversal, and lines are, once again, it's a parallel. So once again, you can use the same concept. So in this case, as we know, angle APR is equal to angle of PRD. Angle PRD. But PRD, that is what you have given, that's equal to 127 degree. Okay. And now what is the value for APR? So APR is divided, this whole angle is divided into two parts. That's a 50 plus Y. So it is called your 50 plus Y. That is called your 127 degree. If you want to find a Y, that is called your nothing but that's a 127 degree minus of a 50 degree. So 7 minus 5, 7 minus 0, that is called your 7, 12 minus 5, that's a 7. So Y will be known, that is called your 77 degree. That's all. So this was your question number 5. Let's see, this is question number 6. In this question he said that PQ is the position of the mirror and RS is another mirror, and he said that both the mirrors are parallel to each other. Done. Both the mirrors are parallel to each other, and he said that if AB is your ray, this is your incident ray, and if strikes at the mirror PQ at B, and this is your reflected ray that strikes the mirror RS at C, and once again it is your reflected ray, that is your CT. In this case, he said that you have to show that this and this angle are equal. You have to show that these two angles are equal. I want to say that this one 1 plus 2, this one yellow 1. Okay, so you have to show that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, once again I am going to use the same concept. If the two lines are parallel, see, these two lines are parallel and this is your any transversal, in that case you have to show that if you will show that these two angles are equal, then naturally the lines are parallel. I am going to use the same concept as I here. Now see, this is our first line and this is your second line, and you have to show that these two lines are parallel. Okay, this red one. Okay, so this is the first red one and this is the second red one. You have to show that these two lines are parallel. If we show that these angles are equal, so naturally these lines are parallel, because this is nothing but this is your transversal. Okay, so this is your transversal line. See, this is this white one is your transversal. This is your transversal. Okay, and this is your alternate interior angle. So if alternate interior angles are equal, naturally this AB is parallel to CD. So I am going to use this concept here. In this case, I am taking a BM is a perpendicular. Okay, this is a BM is perpendicular on this PQ, and similarly another CN, this is CN, that is a perpendicular on the CN is perpendicular on RS. Done. And naturally both are parallel. So BM is parallel to CN. Both are perpendicular, and okay, these lines are parallel, so naturally both are parallel to each other. And I am going to use here the law of the reflection. Law of the reflection said that if this is your any line which is a perpendicular to this one, that divides this angle into the two equal parts. So I want to say that in this case angle 1 is equal to angle 2. This is because of a BM. If this is your incident ray and this is your reflected and this is your subperpendicular. Once again, similarly here 3 and 4. Once again, by the law of the reflection. Law of the reflection said that it divides this whole angle into the equal two parts. That means I want to say that angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This is your once again both angles are equal. Now see, these lines are parallel and this is your transversal. So that's why angle 2 and angle 3. Now see, angle 2 and 3 both are the alternate interior angles. So that's why angle 2, this is angle 2 and 3 are equal, because this is due to alternate interior angles. This is your transversal and these two lines are parallel. This line is a parallel, this line is a parallel, like this. This line is a parallel, this line is a parallel. Okay, and it is your transversal. If it is a transversal, so that's why this and this is equal. So this is a 2 and this is your 3. So that's why 2 and 3 both are equal. So angle 2 and 3 are equal. Now C2 and 3 are equal. So that provides us angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So in this case, all the angles are equal. Now see, if all the angles are equal, then sum of any two is equal to sum of another two. But we need this one. So that's why we are taking angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. And this is your alternate interior angles. Okay, 1 plus 2. This one, yellow one, is equal to this another yellow one. So that means this line AB is parallel to CD, because these are alternate interior angles, and if alternate interior angles are equal, so naturally lines are parallel. That's all.